Everybody understands this was fiction. Actually, no. I mean, the movie might be a movie, but it's based on actual events and actual people that did occur. The gunfight at the OK Corral did occur. The Vendetta ride did occur. Virgil Earp was maimed, being shot. Morgan Earp was killed by the Cowboys. Wyatt and Doc literally hunted them down. There's a great documentary on Netflix that really goes into depth with it. It's called Wyatt Earp and the Cowboy War or something like that. It's very interesting. I think it's about 4 episodes. If you've never seen it, you could check it out. Now, look, do movies stretch the truth? Do they stretch what actually happened? Yeah, 100%. That's how you make things Hollywoodized, I guess. You know, you make it for the screen. So, like, Johnny Ringo was a real person, but, like, in real life, Doc Holliday didn't kill him. It's up for debate how Johnny actually died. They just found his body from it by a tree once with, like, a bullet hole in his head and did a bunch of autopsies. And there's, like, a bunch of theories about who it could have been. It could have been Doc Holliday. It could have been Wyatt Earp. They don't know for sure. That's why in that scene in Tombstone, when Johnny thinks it's Wyatt and, like, he emerges from the darkness and it's actually just smoke and it's just, you know, Doc, that's why they did that.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
Johnny didn't even know who was coming at that point. Some also say it could have been a man named Frank Leslie that killed Ringo, or Michael O'Rourke. Now, Michael O'Rourke is a name people might know if you've seen Wyatt Earp, the Kevin Costner movie, which is less of a biography of his time in Tombstone and more of an autobiography of his entire life from childhood and up until Tombstone to the Vendetta ride and what happens after that. At the end of Wyatt Earp, he's on a ship with his wife, and this guy comes up to him and says, "You saved my uncle years ago from this gang that was trying to lynch him," basically.
My uncle's name was Tommy O'Rourke. They called him Tommy behind the deuce. I thought so. I guess my father's story's true. Anyway, that's what my father told us.
What happened to your Uncle Tommy?
He was shot dead up at Omaha in '87. Guess he wasn't worth saving. Anyway, it's an honor, Mr. Earp, sir.
And he says, my uncle's name was Tommy behind the deuce, and Wyatt, played by Kevin Costner, says, I remember your uncle, whatever happened to him. He says he got killed here and here. Michael O'Rourke was otherwise known, AKA known as Johnny behind the deuce. So it's kind of based on that. Instead of Tommy behind the deuce, he's Johnny for the movie. That's just how it goes. It's Hollywood. That's how they editorialize it, basically. So understand, the movie itself didn't actually occur, yes. These actors didn't actually kill each other. But the real life people that they're playing this on, that they're basing these characters on, did.